Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I am so beyond excited for this Single Shadow Saturday because I'm going to be unboxing my Clionadh Cosmetics Stained Glass Collection order. I did already open it, so I don't know if this is truly counting as an unboxing, but I haven't taken any of the shadows out and I'm so excited to open them and swatch them and put them together in a palette because they look so beautiful, and I waited quite a while for this order, so it felt very, very special when it finally arrived and I saw it on my front porch. I was just so happy. In fact, last night before I went to bed, I couldn't even, I was just so excited that I could not wait for today and to be able to film this and to share my enjoyment and my excitement with you guys. So I thought I would go ahead and upload this on a Saturday, make it a Single Shadow Saturday, all that kind of thing. So let's just go ahead and jump on in. I did order 9 shadows and I have all the prices pulled up just so we can talk about that as we go through and talk about each shade, because they do have different prices depending on the different shadows. I didn't get any of the super expensive shadows because those were like the crazy multi-chromes, and although I think that they're pretty, I feel like I have shades similar already and I just don't see myself reaching for those ones as much. So I kind of I chose the shades that really caught my attention. I went through the Clionadh Cosmetics website, I watched the videos that were available. Bad to the Brow did some really great eye swatch videos, which was very helpful. And then Angelica posted a really long video swatching every single shade from the stained glass collection, and I had already made my purchase at that point and she made me wish that I had ordered one more. So I have a little bit of FOMO for one shade. I think it might be called Spotlight. It's like this really hot pink shade, but it's okay. I can live without it. That's what I told myself. That's what I've been telling myself. So I'm really, really excited, and I don't know what else to say. We're just going to go ahead and jump on in. Actually, I can say really quickly that Clionadh does always take a really long time for processing, and I think my order took, I don't know, I think it must have been at least like a month and a half before it shipped, and then actual shipping did take the full 10 business days. So it did take a while to get to me, but I feel like with Clionadh, I'm kind of used to that. I've made a few orders from them, and when I make an order, I kind of just like hit place the order, and then I just don't think about it because it's not one of those orders you can just be like, when is it shipping? When is it shipping? When is it shipping? Because it's one of those indie brands that I feel definitely requires patience, and from what I understand, they are working on making their team of people bigger, which hopefully will make processing time faster. But that is something I would let you guys know about with Clionadh, is that it's one of those brands. You have to have patience. So I did kind of like fumble these around a little bit before when I first opened it, because I was like, oh, these are so beautiful. But then I was like, no, I want to film with these. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right on in. I don't know if you can tell, but they are super bubble wrapped, super protected, which is really nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull them out one by one and go through them, I guess. I have a little palette here, but I'm not really sure about the shadows and if they're all gonna fit because they are kind of a weird size. Also, a few of the shades I specifically bought hoping to kind of dupe the vibes of the Natasha Nona Gold palette, which I have since bought, but I'm gonna go ahead and eventually do some comparisons. Like, I think there's a shade called Chandelier that reminded me. I don't know, we'll see. I feel like I'm kind of dying. The pan size is so cute and tiny, and it's such an interesting shape. I thought I would go ahead and pull out my Menagerie shadows just to show you what they look like in comparison. So they are pretty tiny, but they are so cute. So this first shade that I have here is called Sunbeam, and it's a pink, but it looks like it has flashes of gold and also some blue. I believe that the Clionadh website has like really, ooh, that is so pretty. Oh gosh, that is stunning. It's got blue and gold going through it. They have really good descriptions of the colors on their website, but I thought I would be better off just kind of explaining what I see, because I feel like that's a little more helpful than like all the technical terms, like what do you actually see. So this is the shade Sunbeam, and it's like love at first watch. Oh my gosh. This is like right up my alley. I love shades like this. So there is Sunbeam. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm freaking out a little bit. This reminds me so much of Bubblegum from Looksy Beauty, but I think this might even be more intense. And also it has a gold shift looking face forward, but then from the side it goes like green. And it has some, oh, and then down here it has like a hint of blue. Oh, okay. Okay, I did good with that pick. That is a really beautiful shade. dying a good death. Okay, so Sunbeam retails for 10 Canadian dollars, which is about $7 US. I saw a lot of people complaining about how expensive they are, but there are some more affordable ones that are so beautiful, like this one, like $7, and it is magical. Like, that is so up my alley. Okay, so next I pulled out this shade here, which is called Keystone, which looks like this, and they actually do have on the back of each shade what you can use it for. The other ones had face, eyes, and lips, and this one just says face and eyes, so that's kind of cool that they have it really easily labeled. I kind of looked at this one and I was a little bit confused, like, did I order you? Because I don't remember it, but I did. It retails for 19 Canadian dollars, which I think is the most expensive one that I've bought. And I think, if I'm correct, that's maybe like $14 US or something around that, maybe a little less. And it looks like a teal, but online, the way that I see it, it looks, I don't know if you can tell, it looks like a bright green. So I don't know, we'll just have to swatch it and see, but this doesn't really look as much as like a color that I'm like super drawn to right now. It's a teal, but it has a lot of blue aspects to it. I mean, it is really pretty. I thought this was green though. I mean, I guess it kind of looks green looking that way. Also, my fingers are a little stained because I was swatching Juvia's Place palettes before, so don't mind the orangeness. I was not eating any Cheetos, but I don't know. I mean, it is really pretty. It kind of reminds me of Swudge from Divina, but more of just like a plain metallic, and then it shifts to like a true teal, and then when you look the other way, it's like a bright blue to purple kind of mixture, so it is pretty. So there is Keystone. I don't know, I like it, but I'm not like 100% in love with that color, especially for it being like the most expensive one that I ordered. It's definitely not the color that I thought it was. Not the vibes I was going for, at least. Alright, next I think this is the shade I was the most excited about. This is Chandelier, which looks like this, and this is kind of, I was trying to dupe Lime Chrome from Natasha Nona Gold with this, and it does kind of have similar vibes where it has like that kind of pinky base to it, and then it has that shift of electric green, but also as you tilt it, I feel like it does have other colors in there. It's more of, there's more of a spectrum, but it does look really, really beautiful. And oh gosh, this one retailed for 16 Canadian dollars. Ooh, oh gosh, it is so pretty. Yeah, I love the shift. So there is Chandelier. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would say it's kind of like, it has more of a pink base, and then it has like a bluey green shift to it, whereas the Lime Chrome from Natasha Nona has like an orangey pink peachy kind of base, and then an electric green, so it's not the exact same, definitely not. But it is kind of along like the same kind of family, and it is really, really beautiful. Like, oh my gosh, it's like a rainbow. Alright, next I have the shade Kaleidoscope, which was 10 Canadian dollars, and it's such a beautiful hot pink. I think it's supposed to have a blue shift to it if I'm correct, but I can't remember exactly because there were so many shades. But oh, ooh, yes, okay. Yep, that is beautiful. So it's like a hot pink with a really intense blue shift to it. Kind of reminds me of Luxie Tesla. Oh wow. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. Okay. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Duochromes are just the best. Okay, next I have the shade Ornamental, which is another goldy green type of shade, and this retails for 10 Canadian dollars. It has just a bronzy base to it, but then it has that really beautiful shift. I feel like it's not even like, it shifts like when it turns, so it's not really showing up on camera, but it does look really, really beautiful. I feel like I should be describing the texture. All of these kind of feel a little bit like crumbly as you swatch them, but like whenever you kind of press in a little bit more, they look really metallic. They feel a little bit delicate, and I'm curious to see. I feel like these are the kind of shadows that like you will need a little bit more of like a textured brush to pick up really well, but they do look stunning, and this shade is beautiful. I feel like it just looks like a plain gold there, but then as it shifts, it has that intense green that I'm looking for. So there is Ornamental. Oh my gosh, yes, so beautiful in person. I feel like the swatch is just like, I've seen that before, but then when you see it in person, the shift is just stunning. All right, next I have the shade Corrosion, which was also 10 Canadian dollars, and it is so beautiful, it's ridiculous. So here's what it looks like. It's kind of like a greeny gold base, but then it has like a teal shift through it, and it just looks so beyond intense. I'm so excited. I honestly, the first time whenever the collection was launched, I didn't make an order because I was so overwhelmed by how many shades there were. But I'm glad that I kind of took a breath and like really looked through and chose the ones that caught my attention, because they are so stunning. I'm really impressed from swatching so far. So like I said, this one is the shade Corrosion. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's one of those ones that kind of does like the mind trick where you're like, you see it swatched after looking at it in one direction, and I'm looking at it in the mirror now and it looks so different. So it looks really, really, oh gosh, it's so cool. It has that intense like kind of green gold to it, but the base is actually kind of like a bluey red. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to wear that one all over my lid. All right, so next I have the shade Glow, which you can see here. It looks to be a really beautiful inner corner shade. It's a white, but it has kind of blue shifts to it, and maybe some pink as well, and maybe like some sparkles. It's really, really pretty. It retails for $10.50 Canadian dollars. And I felt like this one, this was kind of like I couldn't decide if I really wanted to get it or not, because I have so many beautiful inner corner colors, but I thought I may as well just go ahead and grab one of theirs and just try the formula, because they had a few different ones that were like this with different shifts, so I ended up getting Glow. Oh gosh. Okay, it is super like textured. That's just from like swatching. Ooh, but it's so pretty. Okay, it has like pinks and blue shifts through it and like a little bit of green. This actually reminds me a lot of the Touch of Glam shades that they came out with. I can't even remember what they're called right now, but it looks very, very similar. Oh yeah, this kind of has the same shift as Artoire, but I think that these ones are actually a little bit more affordable. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Yep, I feel like popping that on the inner corner and then doing, what was that one? Kaleidoscope all over the lid would be so stunning. With maybe like a soft purple crease or something. Okay, so next is the shade Translucency, which is like a baby pink, and I think it has a little bit of a blue shift to it. This one retails for 11 Canadian dollars, and this was one of the very first ones on my wish list. I don't know, I saw this swatch on their page and I just thought it was such a pretty soft pink color. All right, so there's Translucency, and it's kind of, honestly, it's kind of like a pinky peach base with a very, very, very subtle blue shift to it. I feel like this one is definitely not as intense as the other colors. Just swatching it and everything, it has a pretty shift to it, and it's metallic and everything, so it looks nice, but compared to the others, I feel like they're more intense. But I think it does have something a little bit special to it. I can't think of another shade off the top of my head that it reminds me of, so that's a good thing. All right, so the last color that I ordered is the shade Ripple, which looks like this, and it is really, really beautiful. It's kind of like a teal, but it has like a bluey purpley shift through it. It looks really, really stunning. This one retails for 10 Canadian dollars. And I feel like this isn't even like my vibes completely with the looks that I've been going towards lately, but there was just something about when I saw this color swatched. Actually, I think it was Emily Violet Marie who I saw the video. She swatched this one, and I just thought it looked like such a pretty, just one of those shades. You're like, yes, it's so gorgeous to look at. So that's why it got added to my wish list. It was like the oddball, I feel like, in the shades that I have. I mean, I guess it kind of goes with the greens, but it's definitely a lot more bright, but the purple shift looks so cool. Oh my goodness. Okay. Pretty unique, I would say. Ooh, okay, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. It's a teal, but it has like a pink base to it. So cool. All right, so there's what they look like up close. All right, so I'm not going to show my order sheet just because it has my contact information on it, but they also wrote down plus half-life for your patients. So there was one more shadow at the bottom, and it looked like it was kind of taped to the order sheet. So I believe this is the color half-life. I don't know, I think this might be like a bluey purpley shift if I remember correctly. So let's see. Oh goodness. Okay, actually this might not even, maybe this isn't from the stained glass collection because it's different packaging. Oh yeah, no, it's not. Okay. So here's what half-life looks like. It's kind of like a really dark purpley shade. I'm actually not going to open it just because I feel like that shade's not that unique to my collection, but I'm kind of keeping like a little bin together of a bunch of indie singles so I can do a giveaway and someone will get to try a bunch of shadows from a bunch of different brands. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that in there. But that was nice of them to go ahead and include a little free gift because it was kind of a long wait. Alright, so here's what my palette looks like just from me like throwing them in there, but I'm going to go ahead and quickly rearrange it. Alright, so those are all the shades that I bought. I think that they look so beautiful in this palette all together. They are just absolutely stunning so far. Of course, I have to use them and wear them for a long period of time, see how they react to my eyes and everything, but so far I'm really impressed, and I could definitely see ordering maybe a few more in the future because I did kind of try and limit myself because it was such a big collection. I only grabbed 9 shades, which I think that the 9 look together like they just look really pretty together. I think that even though the shape is a little bit different and it's gonna make me like anxious to add these to other single shadows to do like palettes and stuff, I do appreciate how they look together and how they're supposed to look like a stained glass window. I think that the aesthetic is really cool and the shifts are beautiful. So I'm really excited all in all. I hope that this video was maybe a little bit helpful for y'all, and if you're trying to decide whether to purchase them, I would say don't be frightened away by the price right away, because there are some shades that are like 25 Canadian dollars each, but then there's also some here, like most of these were 10 Canadian dollars, which is like $7 US, and I feel like for super intense multi-chrome type shades, glitter multi-chromes is what most of them were, definitely worth it for $7 in my opinion, especially if you're just looking for like 1 or 2 or 3 that are very unique. So I'm so excited. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.